Hope you guys are all doing well and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Ishkan. I'm a photographer and content creator from Toronto, and this is where I like to share everything with you guys. So in today's video, this one's a much anticipated one and I'm excited to share it. In the previous unboxing video that I did for Reflex Lab and Doomo made, I showed you guys a preview of the Hasselblad H mount, which is a cold shoe accessory for the Hasselblad 500 series. You guys know I love all the little accessories and tools that can make your work easier for you. So I'm excited to share this with you guys, go over some details. We're gonna unbox it. I'm gonna show you guys the build quality. We're gonna run through a bunch of different accessories that will fit and are compatible with this mount. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Again, if you guys have any questions, please leave them down into the comments. Make sure to subscribe. It really helps out the channel to get the video out to more people. Let's jump onto the table and let's go over some details. All right, let's get into the unboxing. This is the Doomo made H mount for Hasselblad 500 and 2000 series. This is a accessory for your Hasselblad that will attach to the accessory rail on the side of it to give you a standard cold shoe attachment. So let's open it up and see what we get inside the box. Now, if you saw my previous video, we did a quick little unboxing. Here we will dive into the details. So the first thing we get are two Allen keys, and they look to be the exact same size, so they give you an extra pair just in case you lose it. Put that off to the side, and here it is. So it comes in this nice packaging, and inside we have the Doomo made accessory rail cold shoe attachment for the Hasselblad. So this is made with a couple different materials. It has copper. Looks like it has copper screws that hold the aluminum base to this plastic, so it won't scratch up the side of your Hasselblad. And I'll show you guys how to attach this in a minute. Just want to run through a couple details. The Allen keys that came with it are for tightening these two screws over here, just in case they come loose over time just from attaching and detaching it from your camera. It has a nice thick cold shoe, and I don't know if you guys can see that, but it also has, let me see, maybe this different angle. It also has springs in there for tensioning anything that you might slide in there so it won't accidentally pop out. I do recommend, if you do attach like something heavy like a flash, that you do screw it and lock it down just for safety. Additionally, it has a bubble level, which is great to see in a product like this. So it double duties as not only a level, but as a cold shoe. So that way you don't have to worry about having two different accessories for your Hasselblad, which I really like. So here's my Hasselblad, and this is very easy to use. Oh, I will say one more thing. This does come in all black as well. This is the transparent version. I thought it was cool to get this one, but they do make a all black version, and they're both available on the website for sale, and they have shipping all over the world. So if you guys are interested, I'll leave the link below. So the way this works is super simple. If you don't know, on the side of your Hasselblad 500 and 2000 series cameras, you have this little metal part, which is the accessory rail. It has almost like a dovetail design. So if you guys can see from this angle, it has two little slots here and here that help the original accessories slide onto. The way this works is you take the H mount, and you can see it has these little metal tabs, and they basically just slide right over top of that rail. And just like that, simply, you have a nice, sturdy cold shoe attachment. So just like that, now you've added a cold shoe to your Hasselblad, and this is where the fun begins. The biggest thing I've seen is that there weren't a lot of affordable solutions or accessible solutions to having a cold shoe accessory. You had some 3D printed options, sometimes they weren't as sturdy. And then you had, again, the original accessories that Hasselblad sold. again, now you have to get used, and the prices of those are pretty high because there's a lot of collectors out there and not enough accessory, accessory rails to go around. So Doomo Made has come out and made this, and it is a gem of a product. So I'd like to show you guys some of the things that are compatible with this H mount. I think that's the biggest question of what does this fit and what kind of stuff can you use with it. So starting off small, we have these. These are two little hot shoe light meters. This is the Doomo Made Meter S, and this is the Reveni Labs Light Meter Mark II. So these will both slide right onto the accessory rail, and you'll be able to get your readings off just like that. And show you guys, this is the Doomo Made Meter S, and this is just set up in the standard center. You can have it a little out to the side if you'd like, but this works perfectly, and the colors match, perfectly as well. And as you guys can see, it is a perfect fit. These are the first two accessories, and I highly recommend them. If you don't want to carry a large light meter around with you, looking into something like one of these hot shoe light meters are highly recommended. They're extremely simple to use. You dial in your settings and you get a readout. Can't be more straightforward than that. And again, you still have access to your bubble level if you're looking at it from top down, which is super convenient. So you get double functionality. You have your light meter, you have your bubble level, and again, if you need an additional if you need to put something else there, you can. So hopefully that was helpful to show you guys that these fit on there. And moving on to something a little larger. So something else that you guys may want to put on there is a phone holder. So this is just the standard Ulanzi ST03 if you guys need a specific size. It's like just an aluminum phone holder with a little thread in there. And I just have this little hot shoe to thread mount adapter, and this just screws right onto the bottom of this. And now what you can do is add this phone holder right to the side over here, lock that down into place, and when you're out and about, you can just slide your phone right into here, and now you have a little on-the-go kind of POV setup. Again, careful when you're using this, but this is something that content creators might want to use, and this setup might work for you, it might not, but this is an option. I just want to show you guys that how this works and that it fits. Again, careful when you're using it. It's kind of balancing, but as long as everything's tied down and tight, shouldn't be a problem, but do use at your own risk. So moving on, we have the big one, which is the flash. So I brought a couple options here to show you, and unfortunately not all of them will fit. But again, this is a video to show you what will and what will not work. So if you guys are buying this to use with something, this hopefully gives you a general idea of what fits. And I'll show you guys what doesn't fit, unfortunately. So starting off, we have the Godox Luxe Senior. This is a beautiful flash, but it is a little too big and does not fit the cold shoe. It's a little too wide, and unfortunately the same goes for these other popular flashes. For example, this SB18, which is a beautiful budget flash. Unfortunately, again, this is too wide. And moving up the ladder, one of my favorites, the SF24D, a beautiful, beautiful flash. And again, this is a little too wide to fit on the cold shoe. But the Godox Luxe Cadet, which is a funny shaped flash, it's based off the old Tele flashes, I believe. This one is narrow enough to actually fit the accessory rail. So this fits perfectly. This fits perfectly on here, and there's almost no gap in the middle. It's like just there. But this fits perfectly. Again, you have your PC sync cord, so you just attach that to the lens over here. But yeah, this fits perfectly on this flash. Of course, the black and gray complement it very nicely, but this works with this. And again, it locks into place. You can't see the bubble level, but that's not what you'll be using this for when you have this flash. And again, with the waist level finder open, this works perfectly. If you have a prism finder, again, same thing. It shouldn't interfere with the flash. But if this is a combination that you're looking to get with this tiny flash, with the most compact setup, without having to add a additional L bracket to this, to make it a little more, that'll make it a little heavier. This is what you're looking for, and this just pops right off, and you can add your light meter if you need to. But yeah, so works with the Godox Lux Cadet. Unfortunately, does not fit the other flashes. It may work with the the super mini flash that Reflex Lab makes, but I don't have one to test here. I will test it out soon though. I'll try to get my hands on one. So I know another popular question that I will get is, does it work with triggers? If you're using a lighting setup, for example, from Godox or Profoto, you want to know if these triggers fit. So off the bat, I think this is the X Pro. Yeah, this is the X Pro. This one is just too wide and does not fit. And a video coming out on this soon. This is the new Godox trigger, which is the X3. It's a lot smaller, but unfortunately, because the buttons are on the right hand side, this also doesn't fit. You can squeeze it on there, but it's just tight enough that it doesn't fit. Now, I have tried it with this, which is a external PC sync cable, so it turns any cold shoe into a hot shoe. So with this on there, it just fits just because of the little extra height. It is a little tight, so you may lose out on access to the buttons on the side. They're not clicked, so it shouldn't interfere with what you're doing. I mean, it is touchscreen, but just to show you guys that it almost fits. I wouldn't say I wouldn't say I comfortably recommend it, but it gives you an idea of if it'll work or not. Something you can do, however, to make these work are to take this off, to use something like this, which is a hot shoe extender, and it also has a PC sync contact. This does fit this perfectly. The head of this also rotates. The only thing is this specific model doesn't lock in, so if you're getting something like this, find one that locks. But these work perfectly with these triggers. There is enough clearance for the finder to open, and this will work with both of them, and then you can have your PC sync cable running to your lens. So again, with this extender, it works perfectly fine because it just clears the side, and I guess this can be said for using the flashes as well. I wouldn't recommend you stacking a bunch of stuff on this, especially if your extender does not lock, and I think it kind of defeats the purpose of having a small accessory rail like this. You might as well just move up to a L bracket or handle, just to show you guys that those work in that way. Now, one last thing I wanted to show you guys is this. This is Reflex Labs' newest product. This is the universal waist level finder, and I thought it'd be funny to show you guys how that looks. So if you ever wanted two waist level finders, a mini one over here and a big one over here, that works. So I don't know, I thought it was funny, but it does fit, and just to show you guys. But yeah, this is the Doomo made Hasselblad H accessory rail. So if you guys are looking for something to attach some cold shoe accessories, hopefully this plethora of stuff gives you an idea of what it'll fit. Again, super easy to use. It just slides and locks right into place. It's not going anywhere. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you guys have any questions, let me know. And yeah. Thank you again to Doomo and Reflex Lab for sending this over. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it educational. If you guys, again, have any questions, send me a DM on Instagram or drop them in the comments below. If you guys want to pick one of these up, it'll be on Doomo website. I'll leave a link down in the description. And I'll see you guys on the next one.